Okay, so let's see what your new vision is, Pisces, for making money. Why do you need it? What's the concern behind it? All of that good stuff. What's your vision for money? Okay, so you got Centaurus, which is the Eight of Pentacles. And that's got the Saturn energy in it, and it's also got some Virgo energy. So this tells me that what you want, Pisces, is a direction to make money, and you also want to be able to stay consistent with making money, and also you want some authority over your money. So you want direction, and you want authority over your money. You want persistence. This is an interesting card to have because it's saying to me that you're willing to work for the money, but you're definitely looking for it. And it's also going to be money that you need for your basic to carry out basic needs. And because this is telling me that with the Eight of Pentacles, it's almost like you're saying, it would be nice to have a lot of money, but right now what I'd really want is just a nest egg, and I want to have some good savings behind me, and I want to be able to take care of my family, and I need some direction to do that. So that's what this card is telling me. All right, so now this next card is about how you open up and listen to people, because when you start trying to make money, or you're at work trying to make money, new business, whatever it is, you have to listen to other people to become successful. And most people forget that listening is a huge skill, huge business skill. And this is an interesting card because I've been pulling it for other signs, and some people only open up and listen to experts. Some people listen to those who've been through a struggle. Some people listen to those who are very passionate. Some people only listen to those who basically reinforce their own beliefs. It's just been a very interesting card position. So let's see what comes up for you, okay, Pisces? Oh, okay. So I've seen this one before in a different one. This is the Delphus card. This came up in the Capricorn card. So this is that you're open to listen to people who can carry out a job for you. They're basically telling you what they can do for you. So you're listening, your ears open, and you're like, oh, okay, well, I definitely wish that I had someone to take that off my plate. Or I definitely wish I could hire someone who knows how to do this thing so that, I don't have to, or this is going to make me reach my plans sooner. Because Delphus is like a messenger and a worker for Neptune. That's what his job was. And so, yeah, this is that you listen, you perk up when you hear someone's willing to help you make your plans come, or your visions come true. Now, that's a good card to have, but also at the same time, you definitely still want to listen to movers and shakers, people who have great success, who've been through a lot, who've made some mistakes, because anytime you're trying to make a business grow, you need all of that information. So you still want to listen to maybe some info products, things like that on the internet that tell you how to further succeed, not just, listen to people who can offer you help, okay? So now the next card is what's the best possible way for you to present yourself? Now this has been funny too, because sometimes people just get their own sign, like Sagittarius got their own, Capricorn got their own sign. So let's see what happens for you. Okay, well, interesting. You got the Capricorn sign. All right, so when you present yourself as Capricorn in business, that is the best possible way, because they really have the whole business angle down to an exact science, okay? Capricorn exudes stability, exudes capability. And so that's what you want to do, is you want to show people how determined you are, how capable you are, how stable you are, how just how much authority you have in whatever business that you're working in, okay? Because that is going to make people trust you and believe you and give you their money. Okay. All right. So now the next card is, how do you maintain clarity? So when people are in business, sometimes it's hard to remain clear on things, and some people lose their way, and that's or they can't see the forest from the trees for some reason. So let's see what helps you keep your clarity. Okay, so you also have, again, another Earth card, similar to the Capricorn card, to keep clarity. And this is great because your clarity comes from knowing the end result and knowing that once you plant the seed, you have to make it grow. So as long as you stick with the plan and you just keep nurturing that plan, you're going to stay clear. And then here you have this Virgo and this Capricorn energy again. So this is basically telling you, Pisces, to just really channel those worker bee signs like Capricorn and Virgo. Watch how they do it. And that's going to keep you, that's going to help you present yourself in the best possible way and help you with your clarity. Now, this card is how do you adequately express your enthusiasm? So this is what other people are going to see is this card right here. Okay, so spring. So you got the Princess of Pentacles. So this means that you got to make everything look easy. Easy breezy. All right, so that's how you express your enthusiasm. Oh, yeah, I can get that done. Oh, yeah, don't worry about it. I can take care of that. Oh, this is not as hard as you think. This is going to be easy for you. Don't worry, okay? So it's an easy breezy light attitude is how you could adequately express your enthusiasm is by like, oh yeah, we can definitely get that done. Oh, don't worry about it. That kind of thing. All right, so what helps you negotiate? So what kind of negotiation skills do you have? Let's see. Oh, you got it good. So you have the best negotiating skills possible. You have all air signs together to get the job done. You have the diplomatic and fair and just ability of the Libra. You have the communication skills and the expedient skills of a Gemini. And then you also have the forward thinking and the vision of an Aquarius and a lot of clarity, communication. So Pisces, you have a way of negotiating that's superior to anything I've seen so far in terms of negotiation in this position, okay? That's cool. All right, so do you follow up in the best way? So once you've negotiated a deal and here comes the follow-up, here comes the paperwork, here comes keeping the lines open and overcoming the obstacles and the objections and all that stuff. So let's see what's going on for you here. Okay, so you've got the Ariga card, and that is the Six of Pentacles. So this card, in terms of follow-up, it can sometimes mean that you rush too much when you're following up. Make sure that you take time with your follow-ups, with your emails, with your text messages. Make sure that none of them are rushed because you might say the wrong thing. My suggestion sometimes for a person in this position with follow-up is to always send an email to yourself first. Like say you're sending an email and it has an attachment. Then first email it to yourself or text it to yourself and then look at the text. I know that seems like a lot of work, but at the same time, like it's weird how it'll have a separate effect on you where you're like, oh, do I want to receive that? Is that what I want to hear somebody say? Or did I send that right? Did I make any grammatical errors? Did I, get my point across? So when you send it to yourself first, it gives you that second eye, that proofread that you need. So that seems like this is what this card's trying to tell me. Now, this looks good so far because it's like you're manifesting a lot of different signs to get your job done. You're manifesting Capricorn energy, Virgo energy, some more Virgo here, and then all of the air signs you're using. So what would be standing in your way then, Pisces, if you're not using all these resources to your best advantage? So let's see what could be standing in your way. Okay, so you got the Lepus card. That to me, again, means that you're rushing into things. You're communicating well, but because you're moving so fast, your followers can't keep up. That's what with the Lepus card. So you just want to make sure you slow down, express your ideas to people, and just yeah, like show them your vision and make them a part of things all along the way. And think about your next move, look before you leap, sort of thing. Think about your next move. Think, if I say this to a person, what am I trying to achieve? If I don't say this to a person, what am I trying to avoid? Like, always make sure you're double checking yourself, because that could be because it seems to me like with kind of like with using all these other sign energies, it, it's almost like you're sort of going against the grain. And you want to, when you're going against the grain, you always want to be careful. It's almost like you're wearing different hats, and you want to make sure that you have the right hat on when you're telling somebody, something. So just look out for that, okay? It's a little bit convoluted, but it's like looking before you leap and then following up slowly and methodically, okay? Now, this is the last card, and it is going to be how can you communicate the best to grow your business? How can you communicate the best to grow your business? And then again, we have the Four of Cups, which is the Serpent card. And you're using this Scorpio energy and this Pluto energy again. So this is also a card of transformation. And okay, so what this is telling me is that you can look at things very analytically, like a Scorpio. So again, you're using a lot of tools in your tool shed, and I can see why that might be for Pisces, because you guys have a lot of intuition, so you pick up on how other people operate, and then you kind of can take that on to yourself, and you can use it to your advantage. In this particular situation, though, when you're trying to communicate in the best way, yes, you want to have these analytical skills like a Scorpio. You want to be able to cut through and make good. You want to make you can cut through bad deals, and you want to make good deals just like a Scorpio would, but you also want to make sure that you don't sting anybody in the process, and Scorpios know how to do that. So you got to use your tools wisely. And here it's saying also to use some emotion here, because you've got the Four of Cups. So don't try and be too much like a Scorpio when you're doing business. You have to bring some finesse and some nurturing and some caring and all of that. Not that Scorpios don't do that, because they do, but it's when someone's trying to emulate a Scorpio, they might miss all those nuances that a Scorpio has. So it looks to me like it looks to me like from the whole of this spread that you might be a little shaky on how to be a good business person. And so you're taking pieces of things that you see from other good business workers, and you're trying to kind of make a mosaic out of it and then perform. But I think that what you want to do, Pisces, is realize that you have a lot of really interesting qualities, when it comes to business, because you have intuition, you have the ability to kind of be psychically aware of where things are going for you. So I think that in the situation for work, you may want to reflect a lot before you say anything to people, and really try to bring your own Pisces energy into the equation, because I think you're going to make better business decisions when you trust yourself a little bit more, okay? And that, I think, is the reason why you are pulling these cards where you're kind of you got to look before you leap. So look at yourself first. Look at your own resources. Look at who you are. Look at where your intuition is taking you, and feel out a situation and reflect on that situation before you make any decisions. Because even though you have this ability to emulate people who have these work skills, you have skills too. So just remember that, and always check with yourself before you make any decisions, because I think you want to learn to trust yourself a little bit more based on this reading, okay?